Once upon a time, in a small town in Lagos, there lived a young lady named Shade. Shade had a gentle smile and eyes that sparkled with hope. But life had thrown her some unexpected challenges. At a very tender age, Shade became a single mother to a lovely daughter named Olawumi. Olawumi, with her curious eyes and laughter that filled the room, was Shade's world. Despite the difficulties, Shade poured all her love and care into raising her daughter. Shade worked as a cleaner in a local restaurant where the smell of freshly cooked jollof and fried rice fills the air every morning. She would scrub the floors and wash dishes diligently, making sure that every penny is saved to support herself and Olawumi. Olawumi was growing up fast. At just 11 years, she was growing into a young lady. One day, something unexpected happened. Olawumi started seeing her period. Shade was both surprised and worried. She knew her little girl was growing up too quickly, but she also understood the importance of guiding her through these challenges with love and understanding. Despite the challenges, Shade managed to juggle her job and caring for Olawumi. She explained the changes her daughter was going through and made sure Olawumi felt loved and supported every step of the way. One fateful day, as Shade was doing her cleaning duties in the restaurant, a man named Kley walked in. Kley was a kind-hearted soul with gentle eyes and a warm smile. He was 40 years old and had never been married. Shade and Kley struck up a conversation, and before long they found themselves drawn to each other's company. Kley admired Shade's resilience and the love she showered upon Olawumi. Shade found solace in Kley's presence. His calm appearance is soothing balm to her weary heart. As days go by, Shade and Kley's friendship blossomed into something more. They shared stories, dreams, and laughter, finding comfort in each other's arms. Olawumi too grew fond of Kley, delighted by his jokes and the kindness he showed towards her and her mother. Shade couldn't believe she had found love again after so many years of struggle and hardship. With Kley by her side, the burdens she carried felt lighter and the future seemed brighter. But amidst the joy, Shade couldn't shake off a nagging worry. Will Kley accept Olawumi as his own? Would he be willing to embrace not just her but also her daughter with all their joys and worries? As Shade pondered these questions, she couldn't help but wonder what the future held for their little family. But one thing was certain: with love, patience, and understanding, they would face whatever challenges came their way together. One sunny afternoon, as Shade wiped down tables in the restaurant, Kley arrived with a sparkle in his eyes and a secret tucked in his heart. "Shade," Kley said, his voice filled with excitement, "have been thinking. My new mansion is ready and it's much closer to where you work. Why don't you and Olawumi come stay with me?" Shade's heart skipped a beat at Kley's proposal of moving into his mansion meant leaving behind the familiar signs and sounds of their local environment. It meant stepping into a world of luxury and comfort, but also into the unknown. She hesitated, unsure of what to say. But as she looked into Kley's eyes, filled with love and sincerity, Sade's heart whispered yes. But I hope we won't be inconveniencing you, Sade asked Kunle. That evening, Sade sat down with Omowunmi and shared Kunle's proposal. She expected her daughter's face to light up with excitement, but instead Omowunmi frowned her face and became lost in thought. Mom, Omowunmi said in a small voice, isn't it strange to move into someone's house when they haven't married you yet? I don't trust people like that. Sade's heart sank at her daughter's words. She understood Omowunmi's hesitation. Her weariness born from the lessons life had taught them, but Sade believed in Kunle's goodness, in the love he had shown them both. Omowunmi, my dear, Sade said, taking her daughter's hand in hers. Kunle is a kind man who loves us deeply. He wants us to be together to build a home filled with love and laughter, and is planning to marry me soon. Omowunmi listened to her mother's words, her young mind grappling with the complexities of trust and love. She wanted to believe in Kunle's goodness, to see the world through her mother's hopeful eyes. Okay, mommy, Omowunmi said, her voice changed with uncertainty. I will trust you, but promise me we will be careful. Sade smiled, her heart swelling with love for her wise and understanding daughter. She promised to always protect her, to guide her through life's twists and turns with love and care. And so, with Omowunmi's hesitant but hopeful consent, Sade and Kunle embarked on a new chapter of their journey together. They packed their belongings and bid farewell to the familiar streets they had called home, their hearts brimming with anticipation for the adventures that laid ahead. As they drove towards Kunle's mansion, Sade couldn't help but feel a flutter of excitement mingled with apprehension. She didn't know what the future held, but she knew that with Kunle by her side, she would face whatever challenges came their way. As the sun rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow upon Sade, Omowunmi and Kunle's cozy home, happiness danced in the air. They had moved into Kunle's mansion, a grand place filled with warmth and love. Weeks turned into months and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Kunle proposed to Sade. The proposal was a moment of pure joy, with the ring in his hand and love shining in his eyes. He asked Sade to be his wife. Sade's heart swelled with happiness as she accepted, knowing that their love would guide them through life's ups and downs. With Kunle's help, Sade found a job at a friend's company. It was a blessing that gave them more time to spend with Omowunmi and nurture their family. Omowunmi, who was ever the bright spark in their lives, thrived under the loving care of her mother and stepfather. Her laughter filled the halls of their home, a melody of joy that echoed in their hearts. Each day brought new adventures for Sade, Kunle, and Omowunmi. After school, Omowunmi would rush home, eager to spend time with her beloved father. They played games, went on adventures in the garden, and shared stories that warmed their hearts. Their lives seemed like a fairy tale filled with love and laughter. But as the days passed, a shadow crept into Kunle's heart, casting doubt where there was once only love and light. One evening, as Sade walked late at the office, Kunle's mind wandered in dark places. The silence of the empty house echoed his restless thoughts, stirring doubts that clawed at his soul. as the hours stretched on and Sade's absence lingered like a ghost in the air. Kunle's mind began to deceive him. Whispers of temptation danced on the edge of his consciousness, luring him towards a forbidden path. In the quiet of their home, Kunle grappled with the darkness that threatened to consume him. His love for Sade and Omowunmi battled against the twisted desires that gnawed at his heart, tearing him apart from the inside out. With each passing moment, the walls of their home felt like prison bars, trapping Kunle in a web of deceit and longing. His conscience screamed for him to resist the darkness, to cling to the love that had brought them together. But as Sade's absence stretched into the night, Kunle's resolve wavered. His heart, which was once a beacon of light in their home, now flickered in the shadows, torn between love and temptation. As the moon cast its silvery glow over Kunle's mansion, a sinister darkness crept through the halls, shrouding Omowunmi in fear and despair. That dreadful night, Kunle, the very man Sade trusted, betrayed her daughter's innocence. With trembling hands and tears streaming down her face, Omowunmi endured the unspeakable terror borne by Kunle's menacing threats. Sade, unaware of the horrors unfolding within her own home, returned from work with a heart full of love and warmth. Sade, unaware of the horrors unfolding within her home, returned from work with a heart full of love and warmth. She greeted Kunle with a tender embrace, oblivious to the darkness that lurked between his charming facet. Though a faint sense of unease tugged at Sade's heart, she brushed it aside, trusting in the love she shared with her husband. And Kunle's cruelty continued to torment Omowunmi, his menacing presence casting a shadow over their once happy home. With each passing day, Omowunmi's innocence faded, replaced by a haunting fear that gripped her soul. But amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope flickered in Omowunmi's heart. She longed to confide in her mother, to seek solace in her embrace. Yet Kunle's threat silenced her cries for help, trapping her in a web of fear and despair. As time went on, Omowunmi's anguish deepened her once bright spirit. Dimmed by the weight of Kunle's cruelty, she hid her growing belly beneath oversized clothes, masking the truth from the world outside. Omowunmi's feeble attempt to conceal her suffering crumbled beneath Sade's watchful gaze, revealing the heartbreaking truth that had remained hidden for long. Sade's heart shattered as Omowunmi, with tears streaming down her face, confessed the horrors she had endured at the hands of the man they both trusted. Anger and grief consumed Sade's soul as she cradled her daughter in her arms, vowing to seek justice for the unspeakable crimes committed against her child. Immediately, Sade rushed Omowunmi to the hospital, her heart heavy with sorrow and rage as the truth unfolded before her eyes. Sade's worst fears were realized. Omowunmi was pregnant, a victim of unspeakable cruelty and betrayal. Anguish burned in Sade's eyes as she confronted the monster who had shattered their lives with trembling hands. A voice laced with righteous indignation. She vowed to protect her daughter from further harm, to stand as a beacon of hope in the darkness that threatened to engulf them. As Sade's heart pounded with anger and determination, she knew she had to take a stand against the darkness that had tainted their home. With trembling hands, she dialed the emergency number for the police, her voice shaking as she requested their assistance in bringing her wicked husband Kunle to justice for his unforgivable actions. With sirens wailing in the distance, Sade led the police to their home, her steps heavy with resolve. As they entered the house, Kunle pretended, and his attempts to hide a sense unraveled before their eyes. Kunle's eyes darted around the room, his voice shaking as Sade poured out her heart, her words a torrent of pain and betrayal. But his pleas for forgiveness fell on deaf ears. As Sade's resolve remained unyielding, tears streamed down her face as she turned to her daughter Omowunmi, her heart heavy with guilt for not protecting her daughter. With trembling hands, she begged for Omowunmi's forgiveness, their tears mingling in a bittersweet embrace. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of their ordeal hung heavy in the air. Omowunmi fell ill, her fragile body succumbing to the strain of her trauma. Sade's love remained unwavering as she tended to her daughter, her every breath a silent prayer for her recovery. But tragedy struck as Omowunmi suffered a miscarriage. The tiny life in her slipped away before it had the chance to blossom. Sade cradled her daughter in her arms, their tears a testament to the pain they had endured. With heavy heart, Sade made the decision to leave behind the darkness that had haunted their lives. She moved out of Kunle's house, with Omowunmi leaving behind the pain and the betrayal that had made their past a renewed sense of hope. Sade and Omowunmi embarked on a new journey to the United States, where they will start a new life, leaving behind the shadows of their past and embracing the promise of a brighter tomorrow.